Hello everyone, how's it going? And welcome to today's Wild Rift video. I got a very special video to show you all. We're going to be looking at the highest win rate ADC at the moment over in China. If people don't know, then China released their own APIs of win rates and play rates of every single champion in the game at multiple different ranks. So I took a little bit of a sneak peek. I was like, cool, I'll pick the ADC, I'll pick Diamond and above. And then, lo and behold, here we are. Miss Fortune is the highest win rate AD carry over in China. I'm going to show you a screenshot on now just to show you what it looks like. You know, you can see number one, the dual lane with Miss Fortune, 54.31%. Now, it's not like a crazy high win rate, to be fair. It's actually relatively low, which kind of makes me feel like at the moment ADCs are quite balanced in general. Obviously, this depends on play rate as well. Obviously, the more people that play a champion, someone like Kai'Sa, for example, that's very popular. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some. So it's going to mess around a bit with the win rates in general. But Miss Fortune overall, 51% win rate. I saw this and I was like, I gotta see what they're building in China. I gotta see what they're going in China. So not only do I have that, but I also have the screenshot of the rank 1 player at the moment with Miss Fortune over in China. It's very similar to the build I have on screen now, but I'm going to show you the screenshot anyway. The only difference is the empowered attack as the secondary rune. Now, I don't think this empowered attack is actually very good at all, especially on Miss Fortune, because you're not really going to use it too much. You know, you're not really going to walk up and just auto attack a champion straight away. Most of the time you actually want to auto attack things like minions before champions to try and proc the passive for Miss Fortune and things like that. And I don't think it's ever going to work out going for something like empowered attack. It does make you a little bit stronger in the early game. You know, Miss Fortune is one of the strongest champions in the early game. That's why she has such a high win rate, because you can bounce your first ability off minions onto enemy champions, do a bunch of damage. You have a crazy amount of attack damage. You have a lot of auto attacks as well. A lot of auto attacks to just be able to spread the damage. So overall, that's what makes Miss Fortune strong. But I still think empowered attack is just not as strong compared to something like bone plating, which might keep you alive. But yeah, as I mentioned, I think Miss Fortune probably the best early game champion right now in Wild Rift, just because of her crazy damage output. She does have a few flaws though. Things like her ultimate, she can't move in her ultimate, so she can get isolated. She can take a lot of damage. Obviously, she doesn't really have a lot of attack speed in general as well. She does have a little bit of attack speed with her second ability, but she relies a lot more on her passive and also her abilities. Her passive is every single time she attacks a new target, you do a little bit of extra damage. Also, her abilities obviously do a lot of damage, things like her ultimate and also her first ability. Running over the whole build with Miss Fortune. For the first item, Gluttonous Greaves. Again, still the best boots at the moment to run, even after the buster happened to Berserker Greaves. You know, still a lot of attack damage, movement speed, and also that Omnivamp, which will help Miss Fortune out quite a bit in the early game. Essence Reaver is a great item for Miss Fortune, because you'll be able to get the extra attacks with the Essence Flare, doing a lot of extra damage. Which is going to be really nice. You know, you need to make sure that you attack and then the next damage and ability or empowered attack up to 30% based on your critical strike chance. So you're going to be dealing a lot of damage with your abilities with Essence Reaver. You do have to be a little bit careful though, because with Essence Reaver you can proc it on something like your third ability, which is not the best scenario. The best way you want to use Essence Reaver is either on your first ability or your ultimate. So every single time that your passive is up for Essence Reaver, make sure you don't use your third ability, because again, you're going to lose a lot of damage output. And I think that's kind of the difference between this item being a really good item and this item being a really bad item. You have to kind of weigh it out to see for yourself, you know, am I using my third ability at the wrong times? Am I using it when my Essence Reaver passive is up? Am I losing DPS? Which you probably are if you're using your third ability when your Essence Reaver is up. And also, not only that, but Miss Fortune does struggle a little bit with mana. So you have the Mana Siphon passive, which attacks restore 3% missing mana on hit. Then we have an item like Collector. Now, even though I don't feel like Collector overall is a strong item, I think there's a lot better items to go on Collector. It does make a bit of sense on Misfortune, especially with the AoE abilities. I think that's the only way that Collector can work out, is these AoE abilities that can do a lot of damage. Things like Samira Ultimate, Misfortune Ultimate as well. I think they're the big things. And the reason why it works on Jhin is just because of his passive and his reload mechanic. But that's the reason why Collector can work, is like Misfortune Ultimate doing a lot of damage, AoE damage, and same with Samira as well. And the big thing is obviously the deaths and taxes passive, meaning you can try and execute them and get a little bit of extra gold. So Serratus Grudge, really good on Misfortune. You can slow a lot with your ultimate, with your third ability, making it really hard for enemies to escape Misfortune. You already have a slow on your third ability, but obviously Serratus Grudge helps with that, and your ultimate as well. If you're able to land your ultimate, it's going to be very difficult for an enemy champion to move away from that ultimate. So not only are you slowing them, so they're going to take more damage, but you also got the Collector as well, which is going to be doing more damage and hopefully being able to execute them enemies to be able to help you get a few extra kills. Then you got things like Infinity Edge and Bloodthirster. You know, these two items are pretty standard. Infinity Edge for the extra crit damage, no surprise there. And then Bloodthirster for the extra healing and a lot of attack damage early on. Then for the runes, Kraken Slayer versus First Strike. I think Kraken Slayer is probably better than First Strike. I understand why First Strike does get built sometimes on Misfortune, because of her first ability, especially, you know, dealing a lot of that extra little bit of burst damage can be very helpful. But I think when you're using Essence Reaver and Kraken Slayer, it kind of Essence Reaver and First Strike, it kind of counteracts each other. Because Essence Reaver, you don't really want to use your third ability too often, because you want to get the extra damage with your first ability or your ultimate. With First Strike, you actually want to use your third ability pretty much most of the time, because your third ability can proc First Strike, and then your auto attacks and your first ability afterwards will be able to deal true damage. So it's a little bit difficult to go for Essence Reaver plus First Strike. So that's why, I mean, Kraken Slayer is still insanely well. You know, it works with your first ability. You still auto attack quite a lot with Misfortune, and you can still do true damage with Kraken Slayer. So I still think Kraken Slayer is probably the best rune to go for Misfortune. Brutal as well, obviously basic attacks dealing more adaptive damage. No surprise here, since Misfortune is already very strong in the early game. Giant Slayer really good against tanks or bruisers. You can go coup de grace if you want to go for that option. And a Legend Bloodline for the extra healing. We don't really need extra attack speed for Misfortune, because we have our strut, I believe it's called, or strunt. I can't remember what the second ability is called for Misfortune, but that gives you attack speed and movement speed. But also at the same time, you're going to be, you know, dealing a lot of damage with your abilities more than your auto attacks. And then for the secondary rune, as I mentioned, instead of going for empowered attack, I think the bone plating is better. Maybe you can give a try empowered attack for Misfortune. Let me know how it goes, but I feel like bone plating is still going to be a better option in that regard. And then for the summer spells, we have Flash and we have Exhaust, because obviously with Misfortune, she doesn't really have any mobility spells. You know, she doesn't have things like a dash or anything like that, or any mobility. So going for Exhaust will definitely help you out. Stay safe. If any champions jump on top of you, just exhaust them. Use your second ability to get an extra bit of movement speed, and then kite back with things like Serratus Grudge and also your first ability. Yeah, really important to go for this rune setup and this build setup for Misfortune. If you want to have, hey, 55% win rate with Misfortune, go for this build. Let me know how it goes. I'm still blown away that Misfortune is the highest win rate AD carry at the moment over in China. But hey, maybe I'm underrating her a little bit. I did move her up the tier list a little bit, but I don't think she's like S or S plus tier in my opinion. I still think there's better ADCs to play, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, let me know what you think of Misfortune down in the comments. And as always, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you in the next water video. Peace. Is this mid laner an on one trick? And he's also now playing, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go.
Can't afford to miss.
I can dance with the skin. Look, I'm dancing. The one and only dance in Wild Rifts. Who would have thought?
Can't settle for anything less than success.
Whoops, missed my cue.
Let's get to work. We're stronger together. Ready to hop in.
Okay. Winner's Q.
Let's get to the good part.
Ring winner's Q, chat? Or is Ramus just broken? Hello? Do you know who the OnlyFans guy is? No. I don't know who it is, but
Someday the world won't need protecting.
I'm just saying I've like seen him in games before. Not bad, not bad. 3 kills for Ramus. Unfortunately, I didn't get the triple kill. It's still okay that our jungler got the triple kill.
I'll be quick. A squad of 5 can get a lot.
Ow.
Danger.
Hope isn't dead until we are. Out of my way. My team knows
Ow.
I'm there. Home. A place that never leaves you. Home. A place that never leaves
Okay, I'm a little bit rusty on Misfortune. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit rusty on Misfortune. But we're doing well though. Not doing too bad so far.
Slow and steady won't win this war.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this guy doing?
Open fire.
These Ramus is a mad lads. You have got to be kidding me, man. Bro, this guy's 1 fucking HP. So cringe, actually. He's 1 HP.
Team has slain the dragon.
Oh, man.
world won't need
Hog?
First turret destroyed. Ally slain. Top turret is under attack.
Hog? Nice. Ow. I'm actually doing quite a lot of damage.
Bunny's got a kick. A squad of 5 can get a lot done.
What's Lux doing here?
Dead until we are.
Oh. I'm not going to buy the crit cloak because I want to wait until I can fully complete collector. It's only 100 gold. There we go.
On my way.
Walk softly and carry big guns. Out of my way.
Under attack.
Got him!
Enemy turret
I'm dead. Oh, he has vision in here. Unlucky. He had vision in there.
shut down.
It's unfortunate. It's fine. We pretty much got all the towers, which is pretty good.
My team needs me.
God, that looks terrible.
Enemy double kill. Ally slain. On my way. Enemy
Let's get to the good part.
turret lost.
Ready to hop in. A good commander knows when it's time. Run, rabbit, run. Someday the world won't need protection.
Enemy rampage. Slain an enemy. Shut down.
Can't settle for anything less.
You are free.
To it.
That's kind of funny.
Slow and steady won't win this war.
That's kind of funny. Boom. Dab. We dab on them.
You're stronger.
Okay. Oh my god, we're extremely fed this game. My team just needs to protect me and I can carry this game.
On their commander.
I also have QSS as well.
Let's get to work.
PogChamp!
To the ground. On my way. Eye for the future.
Any Ornn helpers? Nope, he's just farming. Ornn's just casually farming. Nice, sir. Okay. I'm actually winning a game with misfortune. Somehow. I might miss that cannon minion, huh? Okay, I have QSS as well. I mean, QSS is going to be super helpful for my ulti. Which is going to be nice. We should just group for Drake.
Watch your head.
I'm okay with buying this.
Five can get a lot done.
Trying to find my way back home to you.
Danger.
Cute and deadly.
Wait, Ornn, give me your passive. Craft an item, Ornn. Give me your passive. Wait, is someone in that bush? I didn't mean to do that.
A still target is a dead.
I meant to press my E, not my fucking ulti.
Ready to hop in. Let's get to work.
PogChamp. Let's go, baby. Do we win? I don't think we win here. Actually, maybe. Was all lost or alive? Yeah, we win here. Nice, sir. A win with misfortune. Okay. Not bad going. Not bad going. GG's. GG's. Solid game. Solid. Solid game. Pog.
Suit up, hop
Hey,
out.
MVP as well.
Cover each other's tails.
We take those. MVP performance. Pog. GG's.